All right, so we back. Here we are. So this is the car. This is kind of what we got going on the motor. Pardon all this wiring. Like I said, we were tinkering with the 12 volt on that coil. We got it worked out now, so we'll be getting rid of all that wiring here soon. This is what it looks like right now. Just a used 327. Like I said, looks like someone did the internals. It's clean inside. We're thinking about maybe just painting the outside for now. Little black coat on the pulleys. Change those heater core hoses out. Freshen up everything as much as we can. Probably do an HEI this summer. We'll see. It runs. Drives great. Sounds smooth, quiet. These 327s are real good. Real reliable. Old school, basic. Elderbar carb. Still got the coil. The only thing that's been added is this car did not come with the radiator, so he bought a radiator. Undecided whether to get rid of the fan on here and probably just go with the electric, which it already has back here. Probably just be connecting it up to some kind of, what is it called we use nowadays, like a relay or something. We'll see. So this is what it looks like. The hood's off, just to, like I said, to make it easier for purposes. I don't know if you guys can see the little bit of hue color. And yeah, man, it's pretty straight. Kind of see the lines there, pretty sharp, pretty defined. Bear with me, I'm in a small garage. Beautiful looking car. It's laid out right now currently. It's on some 14x7, just China wheels, I believe. I believe we got them off another car. We put them on this one so it could sit while we did whatever we did. Even though it makes it look nice, makes it look different. Real gangster look, I believe. Here it is without the bumper. That's the way it kind of looks laid out. Clean, sharp lines all the way down. I'll have to put an antenna there. Maybe a new windshield. Get some trim around there. Car came like this. And again, car's been sitting just slowly. Basically him, you know, taking the initiative. Taking baby steps and getting the car running and driving. Just got this driver's seat in there right now, the long one. Doesn't have his rear one, but he's got it all nice and cleared. Ready to get something installed, hopefully. Headliner, a little saggy, but it's still there. The original blue interior. Missing a dash pad. And switch panel already installed. Shout out to Crazy Cutting, I believe. They hooked it up. Beautiful switch panel plate. Missing a couple pieces, but all in all, it's there. Pretty complete. And if you guys know these old cars, you know it doesn't take very much to get them running and going. Just a little bit of money to do the final beautiful touches, I guess. So pump sitting in there, we'll get to that later. A separate thing, couple motors, things. Again, like I said, always on the hunt for pieces and parts at a good deal. Not everything will be a great deal, but there's some good deals out there still. Rear of the car. Beautiful lines. Sorry, it's getting close. I'll back up here a little bit. Beautiful lines. little dusty. A little bit of hue on the paint. Let's go to the back. A little bit of dust. It's a little dark in here. Let me get a light for you guys. 2-pump setup. Pardon the little chargers, that's what we have, but you know what? They work great. It's what we use, we've been using, they work great. Again, 6 batteries, so you'll have 3 over there, which we were only testing to see if it was working. It works great now, so we'll be adding the other 3. These were just meanwhile to kind of hold them in there, but we'll be changing these out for something pretty nice. Looks good. This rack, pardon if you can barely see, handmade, not probably the greatest welding, but look at that, it's a rack, clean rack. 1 used pump right there, and wouldn't you know, another used pump right there. This won't be the final way they look, this is just how we started. And again, this is just kind of a basic show of what the car looks like right now. Trunk's all been painted out black, clean. Just got a little bit of mess. We barely got done playing with it, got this system working. But yeah, and on both of these things, everything was made by pieces. Is it show quality? Maybe not. Does it look good? Yeah, I believe so. I think it looks decent. Let me turn the camera here sideways. There you go, get a complete view. Just a 2-pump setup. 8s in the front, I believe. 12s in the back, I believe. And yeah, just welded, powder coated myself. Something you guys could design, make. That's a little bit of the setup. Let me close this, show you guys the other side. Sorry for the mess in here, guys. This is kind of just showing you what the car looks like, where it's at the moment. I wish I would have started earlier, so you guys kind of started from start to where it even got to here, but I think you guys all get a basic idea, you know. This is the other side. It's pretty clean too. Sharp, clean lines. I believe he is missing his ignition bezel. And it's basically the part that's retaining it in the back side, and then the front piece that locks it in, I believe. If anybody knows out there, let me know where I can get it, pick it up, or where he can at least, or I could tell him. I believe he's on the hunt for that. He's got some parts coming in. I believe he's got some better hydraulic front coils. His dash pad is on the way in. I know he bought a power steering pump. I'll be making a video of probably how we install that. I just picked that up today. And then he purchased a rear brake line, because the rear brake line on this car is kind of wore out and dry, and it's gonna need it before he takes it on the road. But yeah, this is a basic kind of view of how the car looks right now. And again, everything, the motor was used. We got it for a really good deal. It came with the 65 running. The transmission's used. We salvaged that from another car, and we just put new gaskets, oil, and it runs great, moves great. So we're happy, no leaks. I know it's got a new flywheel under there. Just little stuff, but everything's used. You know, the wheels are used, but look at that look, you know, big difference just with some little bit of used wheels. I mean, I can imagine if it was sitting on Dayton's on a colored candy, wow. Which is the ultimate goal, but you know what? This is where we're at. This is where we're dealing with the money that we got. So, again, I just wanted to give you guys a little update of what we're doing, what we're gonna be doing. We'll be installing a power steering pump in this. We will be installing a rear brake line on this. I'll be changing those heater closures. Maybe we'll do a video of all that together just so you guys know. Even though those are basics, I kind of want to show you of the using all this extra hydraulic stuff that you guys can buy for very low amount without having to break a bank. You guys can make your own kit in your own car the way you guys want. You know, you don't have to follow me. And yes, I know I got to change these fittings. These are just the ones we had at the moment. We'll be changing those out, so it'll be less stress on that. Hose right there. But yeah, man, this is the way the car looks so far. And if you give me a second here, I'll get in there and I'll make it go up and down for you guys. At least you guys can check that out. See if I got a little bit of room in here for you guys. See if we can do that for, just give me 1 second.